Okay, let's build circuit 2 in the book. Circuit 2 uses an LED and a 1K resistor as a series current limiting resistor. So, with the LED, this is kind of interesting. You have to identify, of course, it's a diode, so it has a cathode and an anode. And you have to figure out which wire is which. Now, often you'll find some kind of a marking that marks the cathode. And on this one, it's a little flat. It is on one side of the LED on the bottom, and the wire next to the little flat part is the cathode. And on this one, it's very difficult to see here, but the flat is right there. So this wire here, the short wire, is the cathode. So we'll start with that one, and we'll solder that to ground. So. Oh, lucky. This fits about right. Alright, so I'm going to heat this lug up to the solder melts because it's already pre-tinned. And get the flow. There we go. And that now takes care of the cathode. And the anode, I'm going to solder to the other lug here. Heating up the front of the lug and putting the wire in from the back. Let it sit for a second. And there we go. We have now the cathode of the LED to ground. So the next thing we need to do is get our 1K resistor here. This is the one I used from before, so it's already pre-bent. We're ready to go. And let's start over here. Let's put this wire in here next to the on the anode here of the LED. Let me heat this up. Get the solder to flow a little bit. There we go. Then put the other wire over here on lug 1. And we'll heat this up till it flows. There it goes. Let the solder flow around the wire. Okay, now this is going to require a little extra solder, so I'm going to take my solder here and we'll add a little bit here to this joint. Didn't have enough solder there. And just for a good measure, we'll add a little bit here, since we have to put the wire in there. Okay, there we go. We have the LED and we have the 1K series resistor now soldered in. So we're ready for the battery connector. The black wire on the connector goes to ground, which is here. I'm going to bend it a little bit. There we go. I'm going to heat this up from the back side because I'm inserting the wire from the front. Hold the wire up. Let it cool. There we go. And then the positive wire goes to the series resistor, just like in the schematic. And tack that on like that. Now we're set to go. Now let's see if it works. If we have the LED in correctly, it should light. So let's find out. Put the battery in correctly. There it is. It came on. Now, let me turn the light off so you can see that better. Maybe. And the light is on and glowing. Well, there we go. Does that show up? This red light, for some reason, it doesn't seem to show up on the camera. But the LED is alive and well. Alright, so there we go. The 1K series resistor to limit the current through the LED. And we have a complete circuit and the LED is lit. Alright, let's go build circuit 3 now, which gets even more exciting because we have a transistor.